Welcome back everybody, it's Kydro, and in this video we got something special because first of all we got all the combat animations from Iuno that we're gonna take a look at, and also we got the combat showcase that Wuthering Waves has literally uploaded today. These sometimes have some really sick animations and give pretty much an overview on how the character works. You know, with Iuno we have a really interesting character. Since a long time we finally get a new healer slash support. This is a big deal. This might be the new replacement for Verena or Shorekeeper. If you have been waiting for a new support or healer, I guess this might be the one for you. So in this video I also want to talk about her kit a little bit, since they actually revealed the full kit. I'm not gonna read everything, guys. This is a lot of freaking text, but I want to read at least the combat guide and take a look at the animations, since we do have pretty much showing off what Iuno can do in combat. And to be honest, guys, this is one of the best looking characters in Wuthering Waves so far. I love her animation. Look at that, man. This is just beautiful. And you know, lately how Wuthering Waves has been making the combat animations for new units, it's just mind-blowing to me how beautiful these animations look, especially with oh my god, sorry, distraction, but you know what I mean probably, man. This is just insane. So enough speaking around, I want to watch the combat showcase of this new character. I don't know who this is. I forgot about her. Oh my god, let's do the meme. Relax, man. Let's hope she's coming back. Okay, so okay, let's take a look at the combat showcase for Iuno. Yep, we got the feed zoom-ins already. Let's go. Oh my god. Yeah, relax, Kuro Games. Oh my god, she's so pretty.
Here to rewrite the ending.
Look at that art. My goodness, this is so nice. Wow. This is so nice.
I am the
Wow, what a artwork. This is incredible. This is like live 2Ds animated.
moon that never falls.
Nice.
Here to rewrite the ending.
There it is. Let's see. I'm telling you guys, this is insane. It's another big step up in terms of animations. Look at that. Oh my god. She's too beautiful, man. Look, she's literally dancing. She's literally dancing in her animations. This is incredible. That's her ult. Or maybe it's her skill. Yeah, this is her skill. She can literally like change forms. I said this already, but she can pretty much switch from close combat to range combat. And she switches this Moonblade from a range, from a close combat weapon to pretty much a bow. So she changes her weapon style into a bow. This is so cool. This is incredible. Look at these effects. So good. Oh wow, what is this? Oh, it's an ult. Okay. There we go. Liberation. I think your liberation actually summons like a domain, and it gives buffs and it heals. Okay, what else? What do we see here?
The flames of fate lit long ago.
It's a bow.
A priestess born in a lunar eclipse
Wait, what?
sees what others never will. To anchor the future of separate.
She's a bow
From
user.
that moment on, the life of Iuno was thus ordained.
Damn, what a beautiful character. What a beautiful animation of combat, man. Every new update, every new patch is just another step up from the past one, and you can just see it visually how they keep improving it. And this is just an insane looking character. I'm just super excited for Iuno because she is actually a healer, guys. We're gonna take a look at the roles real quick because they did show them off. So if you guys want to know what the materials are, you actually have to do the Hecate weekly boss. Don't forget about that one. We also have the Abyssal Husk. I think this is one of the new overworld bosses that we have. Silver Glow Blooms. These are the new flowers in the new zone. And she's a gauntlet user with the arrow element. you just can farm whatever gauntlet users need. Then we do have the combat roles, which is she's a support and healer. And that's really interesting for me. I want to replace my Verena finally. Then we have Concerto efficiency, so she might be able to swap out very fast, which might be similar to Shorekeeper or Verena. Then we have resonance liberation damage and heavy attack amplification, since she can actually buff up heavy attack damage by 50% heavy attack damage buff. So you can already get her if you want to buff up your heavy attack scaling units, because 50% heavy attack damage is insane. This will buff up your Jian, this will buff up your Augusta. She will probably be the best buffer for Augusta, since she also has another buff on top, but she will buff up pretty much every heavy attack scaling unit, which is very universal if you think about it. She's not tailor-made for one element, she's tailor-made for heavy attack scaling units, all of them. But it's also just quite future-proof if you think about it. Every character in the future that's heavy attack scaling will benefit from Iuno. So this does not mean she only buffs heavy attack, because she has of course this buff as well. And this is just a 4% damage increase for most users that have a shield. You gotta keep this in mind. So what pretty much happens is you get a 4% damage buff for every shield that you apply during 10 seconds. You can stack it up 10 times, which the only character right now who can stack up shields is Augusta. That's the issue with this ability. So most other characters that have a shield will only get 4% damage amplification. This is only for shield users, right? So everybody who does not have a shield will not even get the 4% buff. Other than that, the combat guide is actually straightforward. We're gonna read this real quick. So deal high resonance liberation damage, heal resonators in the team, and grant damage amplification to resonators who gain a shield. Consume Forte Gauge to boost damage output and gain additional Concerto energy. Outro skill amplifies the incoming resonator's heavy attack. When Iuno is in lunar cycle half moon, attacks recover Forte Gauge. So she pretty much, when she is in this mode, she gains Forte, and in the other mode that she has, she depletes Forte, which is gonna be her skill and also her dodge counter. This is, I think, straightforward so far. And also when Concerto energy is full, Iuno can cast heavy attack absolute fullness. So she actually has an ability similar to Camellia. When you have full Concerto, not Forte, don't mix these two up. When her Concerto is full, you actually get a new attack, which is a heavy attack you can cast, which is absolute fullness. This is maybe gonna be a hard-hitting thing. And maybe with Iuno, we finally gonna have a healer that will be on par like Brand, doing massive damage on top of the heals. It just really depends how strong are her heals. Can she be considered as a Shorekeeper replacement or a Verena replacement or Baiju replacement with the heals? Because it might be that her attacks are strong, but her healing is not that good. Or it's the other way around and her heals are good and her damage is pretty low. But I guess we will find out soon. One of her abilities actually heals your nearby resonators. I don't know if this means your whole team is getting healed, but if you have full Concerto, absolute fullness, it provides healing for nearby resonators in the team, deals arrow damage to nearby targets, and conjures a full moon domain at the location. So this is like a little domain that she pretty much casts, and it will heal your units. I don't know how fast this is healing or how efficient this is. It really comes down to how good is her heals in comparison to Verena. I hope it's going to be similar at least. Another thing that Iuno does not have, which is a real downside, I think, she does not have the cheat death mechanic. If you guys know, actually every healer, almost every healer except Brand, has the cheat death mechanic where when your character dies, they don't die because of this inherent skill for most healers, which Verena has it and Shorekeeper has it. So instead of dying, your character will actually stay alive and actually get healed with Shorekeeper, for example. So Iuno does not have this, at least not to my knowledge, which is a big downside, to be honest. So yeah, she definitely will not be maybe on the same level support-wise just because of this. If you care about this, of course, this is quite the downside. But if you don't die and you just care about healing, this character might be more for you. You know, just dodge, just survive. Other than that, she's a healer, she's a buffer. and we will see how much damage she will do. I will not go too deep anymore into this. I don't want to be a guide maker when I did not even play the character. I rather make guides when I have played the character and talk about her afterwards. And let's just take another look at her animations and also her sound effects, because they have dropped this as well. Just taking another look at glazing her, because this is some beautiful freaking animations. Again, these are definitely one of the best combat animations that we have seen in this game. Also, she looks quite fun to play because you literally have two playstyles with her. You can pretty much play her in bow mode, or you can also just be in close combat mode, which looks like this, where she uses this thing with her feet, man. She goes in there with this moonblade. This is super cool. It reminds me a bit of Yinshi, where Yinshi also has this other mode that she activates and she becomes more range DPS. But this is a liberation. I think it's just an attack, to be honest. So it's a little explosion that she does. And the important thing about her kit is probably the Fortis circuit, which this one will provide a domain that heals if you swap into characters, I think. At least they mention it will heal nearby characters. So I don't want to make this video too long. We pretty much covered everything that should be mentioned. We're gonna take another look at her when she is out. This was another beautiful combat showcase that they have done. Iuno, I'm super excited for her. I hope she's gonna be a good healer, and she will be the best buffer for heavy attack scaling units and also for Augusta. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Are you guys gonna get Iuno or not? And I will see you guys in the next one, okay? Peace out. Bye.